Hi and welcome to Polly Puts the Colour On. Welcome to part 2 of all my completed pages from my Johanna Basford books. I ended up having to do it in a part 1, part 2 because there's a lot of books and I have got quite a lot of pages done. So if you've not seen part 1 yet, please take a look on my channel. I'll have it linked for part 1 because that's kind of all of her older books of Secret Garden, Enchanted Forest, Lost Ocean, Magical Jungle and Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and I've got quite a few pages done in those books. And then in this video you can look forward to completed pages from Worlds of Flowers, Small Victories, Worlds of Wonder, Magical Worlds, obviously her newest book, and also Johanna's Christmas. I do really like this one with it being her single-sided book. It's great, you can get your markers out on it. So let me get these ones out of the way and then we can get started with Worlds of Flowers. So here's World of Flowers. So just pencil on this one. Don't think I've used any glitter gel pen at all there. Again, pencil, glitter gel pen, water-based markers on that one. Really like the colour palette that I chose there. You can probably start to see that I'm getting a little bit more confident with my colour choices. Slightly overboard with the colours though, having said that on this, but then I figured there was loads of different flowers. Let's just go for it. Flowers don't have to match. So I did this double page spread. I think this was Prismacolor chalk pastel in the background. Really pleased with how this turned out. Remember, it took quite a while, especially with these little fiddly ones. Then I've done this page. So at some point I'd like to come in and do the opposite page as well. Then I've got this double page. Now, unfortunately, when I coloured this, the watercolour I used did kind of show through on the back. So if I ever colour this page, I'll have to work out how to cover it over. Well, it's not too bad, but I would need to cover it somehow. So yeah, pencils and watercolours on there, bit of gel pen, washi tape. I seem to remember I watched a tutorial on YouTube for this one, but it's absolutely years ago. No idea who it was by, but I remember watching a video and them showing how to add in the bricks in the background. Remember, it took absolutely ages. Once I started it, I was like, I wish I'd not started doing the bricks because this is going to take ages. But actually, once I finally finished the page, I was really glad that I had added it in. But I'm not sure as I'd do it again because it took so long. But I'm quite pleased with how that one turned out in the end. I seem to remember I used up, I think, nearly a whole Prismacolor on the back because I think it was 3 greys you had to use, and one of them was, ended up using a lot more than others, and I think I nearly used the whole thing up. As you can see, another page here inspired by J.I. Colorist. So this time I did add a bit of a background in with distress inks, and then glitter gel pen, pencil, water-based markers for the actual jigsaw pieces. So I was quite pleased how that turned out. Kept the little bee, made sure the bee was coloured on this page. Then I did this one. Again, I remember that I watched a tutorial on this one, showing how to use all the different blues, and I'm really pleased with how that turned out. Some point I'd maybe like to do this one. I don't think I'd do it with the blues. I'd maybe go for like pinks or purples or something, but I'd like to do kind of the same idea of just using one colour, the different shades of it. I think that would look really pretty. Then I did this one with pencil and lots of little glitter gel pen. I did loads of little dots of glitter gel pen on there. I don't know whether the camera, there you are, the camera's picking it up. Really pleased with that one. I really like how those little pink flowers turned out. I think that one was really, really sweet. I enjoyed doing that one very much. Then I've got a really bright double page spread here. This was just water-based markers. Added some stickers on there. I've no idea where I got them from, to be honest. But I went rummaging through all my art supplies, found these stickers, and I thought, oh, they look quite cool in the middle. And then obviously just added a bit of washi tape, a bit of shiny glitter gel pen on there. I was really pleased with how that turned out. Actually, I just love how bright that is. And that's everything that I've got done in World of Flowers. So now we're on to Johanna Basford's Worlds of Wonder, and I've got a few done in this one. So I have done the title page here. I think this was probably my Castle Art Soft Touch, looking at the colours, and then some gel pen up on the balloons. And I really like that, how kind of the colours came out with a little bit of chalk pastel in the background there. And then I've done this one, a little bit of gel pen, kind of dots on the flowers. I don't know whether the camera will pick that up. Again, I think that was probably my Castle Art Soft Touches. It doesn't look shiny enough to be my Prismacolors. And then this sweet little one, I do like the little balloons on here. Again, just pencil, bit of gel pen, tiny bit of chalk pastel in the background. And then I did these ones because I do quite like doing sort of the first few pages in most of my books if I can. So I think it looks like it might have been watercolour paint around the edge. Pencil, I think it might have been Bambino crayons actually for the background, because it doesn't look like chalk pastel, but it was a little while ago that I coloured this now, so I can't really remember actually. And then again, looks like watercolour for the shine there, and again pencil and some of the Bambino crayons, which I don't believe you get those anymore, but I've still got them. Do quite enjoy using them from time to time. So they do give quite a good coverage, and then I just did a bit of gel pen on the little details there. And then I've got this page. Really liked how this one came out. So I think this was Distress inks in the background. I have quite a few Distress inks, and I don't always use them perhaps as often as I should. So I'm still not very confident about getting them down on the paper. I think with chalk pastel, at least if you go wrong, you can erase it. Whereas with the Distress ink, it's a bit harder to fix it, isn't it, if it goes a bit wrong. And then I've used various paints and stickles and gel pens on here. I really do like how this little robot shark dude turned out. Lovely and shiny. And it was quite a quick one to do, but I did enjoy doing that one. It was a lot of fun. And then here, this little cake page. Now, I seem to remember, I think this was from Suzanne Berry. I'll link her channel. She does a lot on Instagram as well. That she showed how to do these little kind of, they're not exactly fireworks, are they? But sort of firework kind of details on. Seem to remember having quite a lot of fun doing them, and I've done them again on another page, and I obviously forgot about doing it because I think this is about the only 2 times I've ever used it, even though it does make a really pretty effect, without adding a lot of background. It has made the page a little bit more interesting, so I do need to remember, if I'm not sure what to do for a background, maybe try that effect again. So various pencils and gel pens. Like I said, I'll link Suzanne's channel there for that. It was quite a few years ago, I believe, that she shared that, but she has got loads of different videos on her channel. And then we've got this one, which I have absolutely no memory of colouring. I know it's my colouring, I know I did it, but some pages you have vivid memories of. This one I looked at and went, oh, okay, I really don't remember doing that one. I think I used water-based markers looking at it, a little bit of pencil shading, and then it looks like I was trying out a new gold stickle round the edge. It didn't come out very smooth there. It probably doesn't look too bad on the, oh no, you can see how bumpy it is. I do quite like that one, but yeah, as I say, no memory of doing that one at all, but I do like the different colours that I used on the birds there to make it nice and bright and cheerful. And then I've got this double page, so really like how this one turned out. Prismacolors, I think here, lots of glitter gel pen, even on the little sparkly giraffe. And then I made myself out of cardboard a stencil like a cloud kind of shape stencil, and then used various chalk pastels, got a bit on like a cotton pad, held the stencil down, and that's how I got the effect for the clouds. Really quick and simple, but I do think it looks really, really pretty. I'm really pleased with that page. And again, this is another one that I'm really, really pleased with. Prismacolors for the flamingos, and then a black Tombow water brush marker for the background. Just did a couple of layers and it didn't come through at all. So I did a layer, let it dry, and then did another layer, little bit of silver gel pen on. And then the background, I believe this was a video from Colouring with Kay, and I'll link her channel below. Where she showed it's kind of a similar idea to this, and that, you know, you had on here, you had a template that was cloud shaped. This side, I seem to remember, just ripped a piece of paper a bit randomly, put various colours of chalk pastel on, and then you kind of brush it off, and then you get this really cool kind of northern lights sort of effect. And then added a bit of, looks like stickles or gel pen along the edge, and I really like how that one turned out. And it's nice to have a double page spread. They don't exactly go together. It's not as if they're similar colour palettes or anything, but I do like how they've turned out. Then we've got this one, which I want to say was for a colouring competition that Johanna Basford did. So I don't think this is a page I necessarily would have picked. I might be wrong on that, but I seem to remember colouring this and entering into competition that she did. So it looks like Prismacolor, and then loads of glitter gel pen with a lovely sparkly toadstool there. Nice and simple, but I do quite like how it turned out. And then we've got, I do really like this page as well, like with the little circles and things. It's a sweet one. And then I've got another sweet treat kind of page. Again, I've used different colours, but the same kind of effect as on the earlier page. Again, I think it really sets the page off nicely, so I do need to remember about this effect and maybe use it again in the future. So there's that one. So just various pencils and those gel pens there, those really neon ones. Then I've got this page, which I'd completely forgotten that I'd started. I sat on the sofa with my daughter, and I think we were watching Johanna Basford doing one of her lives where I think she was colouring the tickets on this page. I suppose technically it is a whip, but I'm not classing it as a whip because obviously each section is finished. But I might come back in at some point and finish the rest of them, because it would be nice to have the whole page finished. So just pencils on that page. I don't think I've even put any glitter gel pen, but that was quite a fun one to do. And then the other one I've got in here is this one. Now, I can't claim any credit for the colours or anything from this page, because this was from a colour along that My Colourful Country Life did. Seem to remember it took quite a while to do, because the whole page is Prismacolor pencil, apart from just a little bit of lightweight white gel pen kind of detail. So all of the water, all of the sky, just all of it is Prismacolor. So it was a bit of a labour of love. It did take a while, but I'm really, really pleased with how this turned out. But like I say, I can't take any credit for the colours or anything, because I was following her video. It was really easy to follow though. If you've got a page that you've seen that she's done and you're not sure how to tackle it, I would suggest watching one of her tutorials, because they are really easy to follow, and you get such wonderful outcomes from them. And that's all that I've done in this book, so I do need to get back to this one because there is some lovely ones in here. Now, I have got this book as well, the How to Draw Inky Wonderlands, but I have literally done absolutely nothing in this. I've not coloured anything, I've not drawn anything, I've never even used it to draw anything in any other book. I think I saw it on offer one day when I was in B&M, and I think it was on sale for £5, which was the reason why I picked it up, because I thought, well, there is some sweet pages. I'm like, this is cute, but then it's got the writing, so I'd have to black the writing out. So maybe at some point I might get to colouring in it, but I'm not really counting it as an untouched book because it is kind of a tutorial book as well, isn't it? So at some point I might, you know, get to colouring in it, but the fact I haven't even done the title page and I've had it for quite a few years now, it probably is in all reality going to sit back on my shelf, and I might use one of the tutorials at some point because they do look easy to follow. But yeah, I haven't got anything actually to show you in that one. Now I will zoom you in a little bit for this one, so let me just pause the camera and bring you in a little bit closer. Here we go. So zoomed you in a bit because this is Small Victories. It is that tiny book that everybody loves, and it's very exciting to see that she's got a new kind of Small Victories style little book coming out in March. I will drop the link for that new one down in the description below. It'll be an Amazon affiliate link, but if you've somehow missed seeing on social media about her new book, yes, she has got a new little book coming out, which is exciting. So on these 2 pages I've just used gel pen and water-based markers, so nothing exciting to show there really, but it was nice just to get those first bits done. And then again here it's just water-based markers for these pages, but I have got quite a few done in this because obviously the small the quick to do, so I have got a few done. So I did the dinosaur page because this is one of my favourite pages out of the book. So I think this was Black Widow pencils. So I thought it was a nice idea not doing the dinosaurs like green or grey, so that with all the leaves I could have gone green, but I thought actually let's just go completely different. So pencils, didn't add any glitter gel pen, and then just a tiny little bit of washi tape top and bottom to finish that page off. And then I've done this little one again, washi tape around the edge, pencil, and just a bit of gel pen here and there. I actually coloured some of the flowers just in gel pen like that one. You'll probably see the sparkle on. So this one, I think I did, sat on the sofa, did a little bit each night watching a bit of TV, and it was quite sweet and fun one to do, and I outlined some of the petals as well just to make them look a little bit more interesting, like on that blue one, just edged it a little bit with a blue gel pen, so I like how that one turned out. And then we've got this double page spread. So I think this page was done again for a competition that Johanna Basford was doing, so it's not my favourite page in the book. As you can see, the colours and things, I just wanted to get it done. I started up there so that I could enter the competition, and then I didn't want to leave it unfinished, but I don't know, I wasn't really feeling colouring it, and I perhaps shouldn't have forced myself to get it done, but I didn't want to leave it half done. So this is a result. So just gel pen and water-based markers there. This page though is one of my favourite out of the books, out this book, along with the dinosaur page. So pencils and glitter gel pens for these little dogs, and then cute little washi tape for the top and bottom. I do like how they turned out, especially used a little bit of gel pen on the nose to make the noses all sparkly. So that's a sweet page. And then I've done, again, this is probably my third, like I've coloured my top 3 favourite pages out of the book. The dragons, absolutely loved as well. Again, a little bit of washi tape around the edge, and then just pencil. I don't remember what brand these were. I think these may have been Castle Soft Touches, although that doesn't look like the right colours. So I think it might have just been some that I had on my desk that I was wanting to kind of use up. I do really like how they turned out. I think they're quite sweet. And that's all I've coloured in this. So I would like to get some more done in it because there is some really, really sweet pages, and obviously they don't take too long to do. I do really like that fish. He looks a bit funny, doesn't he? Like he's asleep, but he just looks funny a bit with his whiskers. But there is some really lovely ones in here. That could be a fun one to chip away at. So yeah, I'll hopefully get back to this one soon. So I'm nearly there. I've now got Magical Worlds. So I've not got a huge amount done in this one because I've said this one only came out last year. Might need to zoom in. Let me just pause and zoom you back out a little bit. Here we go. So we're zoomed out a little bit now. So water-based markers for the middle, and then pencils and gel pen around the outside. This was my Castle Art Soft Touch. So I do like using them for like smaller, more fiddly illustrations, because they keep their points a little bit better. And then obviously did the first few pages as well, like I try to. So again, I think these were just Castle Art Soft Touch and some glitter gel pen there. And again, I did some water-based markers, I think, on the butterflies, but then just the Castle Art Soft Touch and a bit of glitter gel pen. As you can see, I'd stopped writing my name in the books because I don't like my handwriting, so I stopped doing it. So then on these pages, again, just Castle Art Soft Touch. Been saying that a lot lately. But I do like using those, and I have used the Bambino crayons for the background in all the little circles as well, and a bit of black glitter gel pen around the edge. So I do like how this turned out. It's really fiddly colouring in those little illustrations, but I'm glad I got them done. And then I've not done very much at all in this book, and when I say not done very much, I've literally only done this picture, so I do really need to get to colouring in this. I thought I had coloured more in it, and it turns out I haven't. So I think I did this right when it came out, which is why I kind of picked this page, because I thought it was kind of around Halloweenish time, I think it came out. So I've used various pencils. I think it was my Black Widows I used on this page. Glitter gel pen. I did use some water-based markers. No, glitter gel pen. Sorry, on here, and some different watercolor paints. My sparkly paint there on the cauldron. So I really love the colours. Only problem is what I used to colour the crystals has gone through a little bit. So if I was to ever colour this page, I'm going to need to do something to cover it up. But at least that bit there, like I could maybe do a dark background, and that would cut because it's bled through a little bit there as well. And then it'd just leave a little bit on the actual, I'm guessing it's a moth, isn't it, with having the stars rather than a butterfly. But yeah, if I was to colour the reverse page in, I would need to fix it up, but I'm not going to worry about that because chances are I'm probably never going to actually colour that page. It's not my favourite. It's not that I don't like it, but it just isn't one of my favourites out of the book. And that's the only one I've coloured out of here. So I really do need to colour in this book. So if you've got this book and you'd like to do a buddy colour, as you can see, there's plenty of pages that you could suggest that we colour together, because yeah, that is the only one that I've got done. So I do need to get back to this one because I do really love the illustrations in it. Just keep getting sidetracked with other books, and then I left this one till last because I thought, well, it's a Christmas book and I'm recording this in June, but you know, it is still a Johanna Basford book, so I do try and colour in this kind of every year. So I have got quite a bit done in this one. So water-based markers on here, and then water-based markers, glitter gel pen. Obviously this book came out in 2016, and I think I got it when it came out. So you know, you can see my colouring style's changed a lot from the more recent Magical Worlds to this one. See, obviously I did have I've got my name underneath there. So water-based markers, glitter gel pen there. And then I've got this one, which is, I think I did this 2 years ago. So this was the Castle Art pastel tints for the ornaments, with some glitter gel pen, distress ink in the background, and then I splattered some watercolour on as well. And I do really like how this turned out. So you can see I was obviously a little bit impatient here and accidentally smudged the gel pen, which I do quite often. Do need to remember to leave things way longer than you think before it's dried, but I always forget. But yeah, there we are. So again, I think this one's a little bit more recent. I don't think it was last year. I do think it probably was the year before. So lots of glitter gel pen on this page for the sweets around the edge, pretty much apart from the red ones. And then some Prismacolor on the house, but also a lot of glitter gel pens. I do really like that one. That one was a lot of fun to do, especially with using a lot of glitter gel pen. And this is one of the first pages I ever did in this book. As you can see, I didn't do a background then because I didn't have chalk pastels or anything. I only had pencils and water-based markers and some glitter gel pens, which is why I left the background blank. Had an attempt at adding a bit of water, but as you can see, I've not smoothed it out or anything. So you can really see how my colouring style has changed and developed over the years. I do really like how it came out. Like, I remember being really proud of this and having a lot of fun doing it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? So then here we've got this kind of mandala style one. So lots of glitter gel pen in the centre, a little bit elsewhere as well, on like the antlers, and then pencils. Did enjoy doing that one. It was quite therapeutic going around and doing all of the repeating bits on that one. This again was one of the first ones I did in this book. I started it and then I kind of remember feeling a bit fed up of it. Like, it was all right, thinking, right, I'll do all the mistletoe and then I'll do all of this. And I was like, oh, I'm a bit bored of it now. It's a bit too busy, I think, for me, is the answer. But then once I was part way through, it was like, well, I've got to keep going. So yeah, lots of glitter gel pen and water-based markers, no pencils at all on this page. It's not my favourite, but I am glad that I did at least finish it so that it's not half done. This one I am really proud of. So this was a bit of a labour of love. Prismacolors for all of the houses, a little bit of white gel pen, and then chalk pastel for the background. Do really like the colours that I chose for the house, how I managed to blend everything. I really like this little house here with all the different colours it's got going on in it. I'm really pleased with this double page spread. It took a while, but I do really, really like it. And then I seem to remember I did this page all with Inktense. Had the big set for Christmas this particular year. Might have been about 4 years ago, I think, 3-4 years ago. Yeah, I had a small set of Inktense and then I got the big set for Christmas. So I did all of this page with Inktense. So I had an awful lot of fun choosing a colour and then doing all the different parts, you know, all the same kind of sweets throughout the page. Really pleased with how that turned out. It was a lot of fun doing that page, I remember. And then I think the only other one I've got done, and this will be my last Johanna Basford page to share with you, is this one. And this one I think I did last year, and I used alcohol markers because I only just got alcohol markers last year. And obviously because it is single-sided, I thought, hang on a minute, let's actually use them in a page because I want to colour a page out of here. But I didn't know what, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I've got time. So I thought, actually, let's pick just a few alcohol markers, coloured it, and then added a bit of glitter gel pen, and that was it. Didn't do any pencil shading, but I'm really pleased with the colours I chose and how it all came together. I do think this is really pretty. It's not overly Christmas, kind of more festive, wintry, I guess, but I do really like how this turned out. I think it's really sweet with the little tiny birds and those bits there, isn't it? So yeah, that is my last Johanna Basford page. So I'm really glad that you hopefully watched to the end if you're hearing me saying this, because it's been really lovely to share with you all the pages I've done and how my colouring's developed from when I started quite a few years ago to now in 2025. So yeah, if there's any books that you would like to do a buddy colour with, particularly Magical Worlds, being as I've, you know, only really got one proper page done in this, please drop me a comment down below. It would be lovely to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and maybe drop a comment on what your favourite page is. And obviously I have got a Ko-fi as well if you would like to help to support the channel there. So take care everyone. Thank you for watching and catch you in the next one.